Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at a book from Mongoose, published in 2022, The Spinward Extents. This is a really nice area just outside the Third Imperium where you could have adventures abounding. And it took me a while to get through this book. Usually if you say it's kind of a tedious book and it was tough to get through. No, it took me a while to get through this book because it comes in a whopping 370 pages. This is a big book. There's a lot of meat on this bone. I'm excited about a lot of the stuff that's in here. And even if you're not going to run in this area, there's some stuff in here you can transplant, no problem. So we're going to take a look at it cover to cover today. And some of the items in here I will take a deeper dive on in future videos. Also, a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Take a look at the Patreon. If there's anything you can do to help out there, that'd be great. That's it. Back to the important stuff. Today, from 2022, for Mongoose 2nd edition, Spinward Extents. The Spinward Extents. This is a fun book with a lot to offer. It was published in 2022, Mongoose 2nd, written by Geir Leneskog. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Some beautiful illustration inside, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what this book has. It features the two sectors, the Beyond and the Vanguard Reaches. Both of these were featured in early Traveler products, and it's updated nicely here. We got our fine introduction there, and then we get a look at the history of the Beyond. And history is where, in my opinion, this book really excels. There's a lot of great history in these regions, and it's really caught out nicely, and given the time it needs. There's a great timeline, 2 pages, some fine artwork. We get a nice detailed look at governments of the Beyond in alphabetical order, so they're easier to find later. So here we have the Principality of Brukar, the Karelen League, all kinds of stuff in here, really good stuff for you to transplant if you need to. If you're not going to be running in this exact area, you can go ahead and transplant it and run a lot of this elsewhere. We get a heavy cruiser, a Griffin heavy fighter, a ghost spy boat, which was cool, and then we get a lot of high guard in this book. Here we have a heavy scout that comes in at 50,000 ton displacement. It's a cruiser. It's the class is the heavy scout, sorry. Thrust 5, jump 2. This guy's a beast. And it is at tech level 11. Nice deck plans, top down. That's how I prefer them. Griffin heavy fighter. This guy comes in at 36 tons. Gaha or Geja assault boat. Agadi transport, Gwydion strike fighter, and the Ghost spy boat, which is exactly what it sounds like. I like this guy a lot. The Ghost spy boat brings a lot to the table that you won't even know is there. 36 ton displacement, and this guy runs at 6 thrust. Just really cool. I like that one a lot. And then we have the Heffron colony, East Red Protectorate, that little asterisk in East Red. Sredni. The asterisk in Sredni is not a normal human sound. For ease, assume it is a popping sound, made with human lips, but with the sound, but more like the sound of a sucker unsticking would be closer. So Sredni, something like that. I'll be calling them Sredni. And some Sredni trade goods. This is a very insular alien race, but they offer some interesting trade goods. They have a fire ship, an excursion boat. Again, we get high guard for it. Just some really sweet stuff. Excursion boat. Then we look at the Katanga Empire. I love empires in Traveler, I always have. The Monarchy of Lod. This one's got an interesting backstory. The Monarchy of Lod encompasses systems Lod, Amasirka, and Irkir. After the Third Imperium Civil War, some of those who had supported failed claimants or taken up arms against the regency of Arbalatra gathered their households and whatever retainers remained loyal and fled beyond the borders of the Imperium. One group, the former Countess Fornice, settled the uninhabited garden world of Lod in 631, and her family still rules today. I thought that was neat. And of course, the Imperial Civil War they're talking about is the first Civil War, not the one after the assassination and Mega Traveler and all that. But I really like the Monarchy of Lod. I love the tie to the Imperium. There she is. Dragon Destroyer is a somewhat ridiculous warship. And there it is. I don't know if it's a dragon Destroyer, as in it looks like a dragon and destroys things, or maybe it destroys dragons. I don't know. No, it looks like a dragon. It looks like a bird of prey. I thought this was a really cool ship. But yeah, the top down especially, it sure looks like a bird of prey. This guy tips in at 5,000 ton displacement with a thrust 5, jump 2. So it's a quick little guy. I really like this bird of prey, if you will. The Ducky of Mapapire, sorry. And then we have a nice ship from them, the Viper Interceptor. So again, even if you're not going to run in this area, there's a lot in here to take and transplant somewhere else. The Nacris Confederation, Stormhaven Republic. This is really neat. Stormhaven Republic, there's some nice stuff in here to represent it. Kind of the Knights of old. They fight the Aslan. The Zidarian Codeminium. And then Organizations of the Beyond, the Gateway Consortium. These are various trade groups. Kraken Heavy Industry Consortium, Sulakin Consortium, and Web Edge Consortium. The Storm Knights. I'd said at the top that there was one or two things in here I might take a deeper dive in a future video. The Storm Knights is one of them. They have some fun stuff. They have a lot of info on the Storm Knights, the ranks, the careers. There you go, a nice little recruiting poster. You can be a Storm Knight. Here we go. Here are 3 abilities for you to play these Storm Knights as a player character in Traveler. The first guy is the Order of Thunder. The second is the Order of the Inconstant Star. And absolute truth, when I first taught Inconstant, I thought I autocorrected to Incontinent, which made me laugh out loud. It is, of course, Inconstant Star, but that happens sometimes in your reading, and it's just fun. Order of Shadows. That's our third one. Then we get Knight Commanders and a nice deep dive on these guys. We get the armored vac suit. We get their light fighters, a pinnace, a tug, a starfighter starship, and a scimitar frigate. And we get the High Guard for all this stuff. This is just so excellent. And like I said, I'm probably going to take a deeper look at the Storm Knights sometime down the line on the channel. There's some nice stuff to be had here. Aliens of the Beyond. The Anion, little insectoid guys, big insectoid guys. They can be travelers if you want. Ewormer, which have different phases. They are, as they go through their maturation. The Gamina, which can also be travelers. The Chemlay, if you want to be a worm traveler. And this is a toughie. Katiaud. I'll be staying with that. And there's a way to be a Katiaud traveler. The Malganar. And then the Sredni. I'm going to be just calling them Sredni. And there we go. How do the Sredni go? TK. These little slug guys. You can be one of them too. And then we go to the first of the subsectors, Mapapire. We go through all the information there, and most of the information will tie back to the history in some way and expand on it too. So there's a lot you can get in this once you decide where you're going to run your game. You can go back and grab a lot of the history. And it's true all these Mongoose Traveler books, but there's a lot of history in this one. So Liberty Hall is the next one, followed by Katanga. And then we have Marrakesh. Just nice looks at all these subsectors. Corella. I thought that came from Han Solo, Corellia. Could be wrong. Nice monster there. Polson's Reaver. This guy is not monster, but nice alien creature. This guy would be a challenge to take down. Freya. That's the F of the subsectors. Insredni Heptad. The Florian subsector. Zidar. Nacris. And then we get a nice look in Nakris is Gateway. It's a high port. There's also a gateway, if I'm not mistaken, over in the gateway subsector, but this is a gateway high port. And the neat thing about this is 150,000 ton displacement, dispersed construction. There it is, complete with deck plan. This alone is worth the price of admission. This is a nice look at it, beautiful artwork. I was really excited to read that section. And as I said about transplanting, I have a high port going somewhere. I haven't decided where yet, but it's going to go somewhere. Storm subsector. Delta Psi. Spinward Drift. Love that name. Spinward Drift is just, that could be a great name for a ship. The Ghost Rift. Also a good name for a ship. We're up to subsector N. I love the idea of Goblin's Planet. And then Siren. And the last, there's a Siren high port. So you got another high port in this book. This high port tips in at 60,000 tons. And there you have it with deck plans again. So now you get 2 starports in here. And then we get Aslani, which is the last of the subsectors here. And again, if there's information for the Aslan you're interested in, there's some in here. Talaryushi class light fighter, High Guard. Freya class pinnace. Katesei spy ship. I love spy ships in Traveler. They're just so much fun. Not even going to try that 1 class frigate. Some of these I get tired of embarrassing myself trying to say. And then we got a nice section on rumors and legends. Nice table to be thrown on with 2 die 6. 1 die representing the 10s, of course, the other representing the 1s. Then we go to the Vanguard Reaches. And the Vanguard Reaches have even more Aslan in them. And again, we get the power groups in here. External Trade Service Merchantman, High Guard. Nice rounded ships like the Mercenary Cruiser. Altarian External Exploration Service Scout. This Scout tips in at 5,000 tons. Spherical construction. Then we get a look at the Eslayat Majastrici. That's hard to say. Majastrici. Jarnak Pachalak. The Hyperion League. The Kajani Triumvirate. All these different power groups. Talarian Cluster. Tralian Domain. Nice artwork. I love that picture. That is just so mood-making. The Apollo Battlecruiser. This guy's tipping at 80,000 tons. These are some big ships. Lots of High Guard in this. You already have 2 space stations. Some bigger ships. We get the Zodani Consulate, Colonnade Province. And organizations of Vanguard Reach. Allerton Corporation. Diadem Trade League. I love stuff, corporations and megacorps that aren't of the Imperium. You get a nice other look at how other people do business. Eli, Institute for Geophysical Studies. And then we get a science ship, a runabout, and a discovery science ship. There's the runabout, tipping at 20 tons. Science ship, 400 tons. Nice top-down deck plans. And another science ship, this guy tipping at 1,000 tons displacement. Really good stuff. We get the Springbok Courier, 100 tons. Giant stars of the Vanguard Reaches. We get a look at some features in space. Some giant stars. There are 9 in the Vanguard Reaches, and this goes into detail on them. Then we get the aliens of the Vanguard Reaches. The Etrafari. There you go. Elziat. You can be a traveler with them. There you go. That's what you'd look like. The Freeney. Creating a Freeney Travelers right there. You'd be a bug. The Freeney language. Ganani. Are these humans? They're a human minor race, yes. Transplanted by the aliens and modified, or the ancients and modified. You can be a traveler with him. Murion. There you go. Creating Murion travelers. Resovolk. Traveler for them as well. And Thonaim. These guys are neat. They kind of look like hammer-headed sharks. And you could be a traveler. Nivishu. Zodansh. And now we go to the first of the subsectors, Isudin. So again, I mean, we're at 260 pages going, and I have 110 left in this book. As I said, it took a while to get through Andwella. There we go. And if you buy the physical copy of this, you get the 2 sector maps as well. I don't have the physical copy yet. This is one I probably will be getting in physical copy. Sidos. The name here, Dicitin Prime. I thought it was Dystopian Prime. Lots and lots of information in here on the various subsectors. Traylin. This is a big book. This must have taken a ton of work to put together. Gleblyphia. I'm sticking with that pronunciation. I'm only going to say it once. Some of these are really, really tough to say. Diadem. Hyperion. Hyperion's pretty cool. That's a section I may take a look at in deeper detail. Esliat. Yavak Krib. Kribi. Yavak Kribi. Some of these, like I say, they're real tongue twisters. 4 corners. Wow, what a weird one. 4 corners. As a GM, I'll throw out the best pronunciation I have, and then I'll just tell my players kind of deal with it. Harmony. Very often my players will come up with nicknames for them anyway, so it spares me from having to badly pronounce them. I enjoyed the Tree Gator. I love the idea of a 200-pound alligator landing on you as it glides out of a tree. I thought that was really cool. I also like the Night Stalker. Nice artwork. Kajani. Helix. With a nice nebula in there. Nice information on it. Alterian. And that has Arcturus. Why not? I like Arcturus. I like the word. Old Colonies. And we got one more after this guy. This Old Colonies is lower tech. They've backslid. And Jarnik. And there you have it. That's all of the subsectors. We got a nice little Gigaraptor. Nice big Gigaraptor. Some more High Guard Type E fighter. Guy's a 10-ton displacement, tech level 11. A Type 5 attack ship. Type 10 light cruiser. Lots of High Guard in this. Esliat Sparkle ship of the line. This guy displaces 80,000 tons with a nice top-down deck plan. Again, if you're not going to run this section, that's fine. There's still plenty in here to get. We have another great rumors and legends section. A fine 2-page index so we can find stuff in here. And that would be the back of the book. So there you have it. That's a quick look at a big book. Traveler, the Spinward Extents, Mongoose Traveler 2nd. I really, really loved this book. It was a labor of love to read. I didn't want to present this till I had read it, which is why I've had it for quite some time, but hadn't gotten around to presenting it yet. I love that cover, too. So there you have it. Let me know what you think. I do think this one's a very worthy addition to any Traveler library, and I have every expectation I'm going to go ahead and get the hardcover of this as well. So that's it for today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.